Good morning, student. Today we will continue with exercise 5.3 class 10. Last session we have done up to question number 12. Today I will start with question number 13. So question number 13, I am just reading the question from old edition book, okay, previous edition. The first question is question number 13. Find the sum of first 15 multiples of 8. So question number 13, sum of first 15 multiples of 8. So when we speak of multiples of 8, that means those numbers which are divisible by 8. So the sum of first 15 multiples of 8. So the list of numbers will be, the list of numbers are, so first it will be 8, because first 15 multiples of 8, so 8, next will be 16, then 24, then dot dot dot, 15 multiples, 8 15 ja, 8 5 ja, 40, it is last it will be 120. So I have to find out the sum of this first 15 multiples of 8. Here first number is your 8, common difference, second minus first, 16 minus 8, it is 8, and your last term is here 120. You have to find out sum, you know the first term, last term, and the number of terms. Okay, number of terms is here 15. So you will write here Sn equal to n by 2 a plus l. In place of n you will put here 15, 15 by 2, a is your 8 and this is your 120. So 15 by 2 into 128, cancel it, 2 6 ja 12, 2 4 ja, 15 into 64, 15 into 64, you will get 960. Take the screenshot, 960. Okay, 960 is the answer. Let me check it still. 960. Okay, so take the screenshot. It is 960. Next we will go for question number 14. Question number 14 you can give star mark. Okay, question number 14 you can give star mark. So question number 14 they have said, find the sum of the odd numbers between 0 and 50. Sum of odd numbers between 0 and 50. So I have to, your sequence will be here. Let Sn equal to, you can write sum of odd numbers from 0 to 50. So it will be 1 plus 3 plus 5 and the last number will be your 49. So this is the series whose sum you have to find out, 49. Okay, so these are the numbers whose sum you have to find out. I can use here shortcut, a equal to 1, l equal to 49, and if I speak of n, so from 0 to 50 there are 50 numbers. Okay, out of 50 numbers 25s are even number and rest 25 are odd number. I am finding out the sum of odd numbers, so n will be 25 here. I repeat again, you have to find the sum of odd numbers between 0 and 50. Between 0 and 50 there are 50 numbers where 25 are odd and 25 are even. I will find out sum. So Sn equal to n by 2 a plus l. Here your n is 25. Hope you have understood from where 25 came, because you are finding out the sum of only odd numbers. A is your 1 and l is your 49. So it is 25 by 2 into 50. If you cancel it, 225 ja and 25 ja, 625. Why n value odd? Because you are finding out the sum of only odd numbers, and between 0 and 50 there are total 50 numbers. Out of 50, 25 are odd numbers and 25 are even numbers. So take the screenshot. Okay, next question number 15. So question number 15, what did they say? A contract on construction job specifies a penalty for delay of completion beyond a certain date as follows: rupees 200 for the first day, 250 for the second day, and rupees 300 for the third day. The penalty for each succeeding day being rupees 50 more than for the preceding day. How much money the contractor has to pay as penalty if he has delayed the work for 30 days? A job was given and they have mentioned a specific date for finishing this job. Now, beyond that finishing date, if you finish the job, if your work delay by 1 day, you have to pay rupees 200. Okay, you have to pay penalty rupees 200. If you delay by 2 days, then you have to pay 250. If you delay by 3 days, it is 300. In this way, that means there is a difference of rupees 50. That means D is 50 here. If you delay 1 day, the first day, suppose today it is 28 April, you have to finish the job by 28 April 2020. A job is given to you in the beginning of this year, in January 1, 2020, a job is given to you, and they have said that by April 28, 2020 to finish the job. Suppose you could not finish it, you have finished in 29th April. At that time you have to pay fine, penalty is fine of how much? Rupees 200. If I finish it in 30 April, I have to pay 250. If 1st May, then 300. In this way, every day 50 rupees will go on increasing. So your first penalty is rupees 200. The first penalty will work as your first term. So here A is your 200. Here A is your 200. What will be the common difference? After every 1 day, 50 rupees changes will be there. So D is here 50. If to find out, if you finish the job after 30 days, what will be the penalty you are going to pay? So this N is 30. So you have to find out sum, because sum of money you are paying if your work delay by 30 days. If your work delay by 30 days, what is the penalty you are going to pay? So I have to find out sum. So you know the value of N, D and A. So Sn equal to here, general formula is N by 2 twice A plus N minus 1 into D. Here you have to find the sum up to 30 terms. So S30. So it is 30 by 2. It is twice A, 200 plus 30 minus 1, and your D is your 50 here. So if you cancel it, it is 15. So it is 400. 30 minus 1 is 29. 29 into 50. It will be 1450. Okay. So it is 15 into, so for plus 400, you will get 1850. If you multiply by 15, you will get 27750. 27750. 27750. Hope it is correct. Let me see it. 27750. So this is the penalty which you are going to pay if you finish the work after 30 days. So take the screenshot. Okay, your first day penalty was 200. Every day it increases by 50. You have to find the penalty after 30 days. So N equal to 30. Now I will go for question number 16. Now question number 16 you can give star mark. Okay, question number 16 you give star mark. So a sum of rupees 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes. So total amount of money you are having is 700. You are going to give 7 prizes out of this total amount. So how will you give? Everyone will not get the equal amount. They have mentioned something. The sum of rupees 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. If each prize is rupees 20 less than the preceding prize, find the value of each prize. So there are 7 prizes. Each prize will differ by rupees 20. Means Suppose I got 70, first price is 70, second price will be 50, third price will be 30. So every price means the difference of prices will be 20 rupees. Okay. So how many prizes you are going to give? 7 prizes. What is the total amount you are going to distribute? 700. So they have said find the value of each prize. To find the value of each prize. So total amount you are going to distribute is 700. So here Sn equal to 700. How many prize you are going to give? 7. So n value 7. So what is the first prize you don't know? So let the first prize be x. Second prize will be how much? It will be 20 rupees less. So second prize equal to x minus 20. Third prize it will be x minus 40. Fourth prize it will be x minus 60. Fifth prize it will be x minus 80. Sixth prize it will be x minus 100. And seventh prize it will be x minus 120. So total money you are going to distribute, sum of money 700. How many prize you are going to give? 7. So n value 7. What is the first prize you don't know? You just know every price will differ by rupees 20. So first price if you take it as x, second will be x minus 20. In this way you will go on decreasing 20 rupees. So these are the list of prizes which you are going to distribute. Take the screenshot. I will rub this part. So your first prize is x. So here a equal to, first prize will act as a, and d, since it is decreasing, so it is minus 20. How much it is decreasing? 20, not increasing. If increasing then plus 20. Since it is decreasing, so minus 20. D value is minus 20. Take the screenshot. Take the screenshot of this. Okay. Now I'll start from this. So now what is your Sn? Sn is your 700. So what is the formula of Sn? N by 2 twice a plus n minus 1 into d equal to 700. You have given the general formula. N is the number of prizes, 7 by 2. Your a is your x, n is your 7 minus 1, and d is your minus 20 equal to 700. Okay, clear? Now I will continue with the sum. So 7 by 2, between 7 by 2 and bracket there is no sign, so into will go other side, means divide. So 2x, here 7 minus 1 6, 6 into minus 120, and here it is 700 into 2 will go in the numerator 7, if you cancel it 100. So 2x minus 120 equal to 200. So 2x equal to 200 plus 120. So it is 2x equal to 320. X equal to 320 by 2, that is 160. The first prize is 160. Okay, take the screenshot. Take the screenshot of this part. Okay, so your first prize is 160. Clear? So now you will write all the details. So first prize, therefore the 7 prizes are, the value of 7 prizes are, the value of 7 prizes are, so first one is 160. It will decrease by how much? 20. So it is 140, 120, 100, 80, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the last is 40. These are the 7 prizes. Okay, so take the screenshot. This is the end. Clear? Next question number 17. So question number 17, what did they say? Question number 17. Question number 17, they have said, in a school, students thought of planting trees in and around the school to reduce air pollution. It was decided that the number of trees that each section of each class will plant. I repeat this line. It was decided that the number of plants that each section of each class will plant will be the same as the class in which they are studying. Example, a section of class 1 will plant 1 tree. So class 1 having 3 sections. Class 1 is having they did not mention, later it is mentioned. Example, a section of class 1 will plant 1 tree, a section of class 2 will plant 2 trees, and so on till class 12. Means 1 to 12 record will be taken. There are 3 sections of each class. How many trees will be planted by their students? So I repeat again, there are 12 classes from class 1 to class 12, and each class have 3 sections. Class 1, per section will plant 1 tree. That means 3 sections, 3 tree. So class 1 will plant 3 tree. Class 2, each section 2, there are 3 sections, 6. So in this way we will continue. So list, I will write the list of trees planted. The list of trees planted are. So class 1, how many? 1. And how many sections are there? 3. So 3 1 are 3. Class 2, 2 plants. How many sections? 3. 3 2 are 6. Class 3, 3 plants. 3 sections. 3 3 are 9. And class 12, 12 plants. 3 12 are 36. So these are the plants. Now I have to find the total number of plants planted. Find how many trees will be planted by the student. Means total number of trees planted by the students. So here A is your 3. You can use shortcut. L is your 36. Number of classes is 12, because if you take record 1 to 12, so 12 classes. If you find out sum of trees planted, you can go for the shortcut formula n by 2 a plus l. You can go for the other formula also. So it is S12. Why 12? Because you are finding a total number of plants planted by the 12 classes. Means total from 1 to 12. So A is your 3 and your L is your 36. So you can cancel it. 2 6 are 12 into 39. 6 9 are 54. 5 carry 18. 18 plus 5. It is 23. Okay. 234. Take the screenshot. Take the screenshot. Okay. So these are the total number of trees planted by the students from class 1 to class 12. Now we will go for question number 18. So question number 18. Diagram is given in page 114. I read the question first. A spiral is made up of successive semicircle with center alternatively at A and B, starting with center at A of radii 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, 2.0 as shown in sum. What is the total length of such a spiral made up of 13 consecutive semicircle? So 13 consecutive semicircle is there. So I have to find out the total length of all the semicircle, means 13 semicircles. Total means sum you have to find out. Okay, this is a semicircle. So semicircle length, if you are going to find out, it means you have to find out circumference, and circumference of the semicircle formula is pi r. So I will find out the first 1, 2 and 3, and the rest by using formula I will get the total length. So length of the first semicircle, because why I am finding out the length of the first semicircle? Because length of the first semicircle will work as the value for A. Length of first semicircle. So length means circumference. Okay. So length of the first semicircle, so it will be pi r. So pi value they have said 22/7, and first radius is 0.5. So it is 22 into 0.5. It will be 11/7. Then length of the second semicircle. Length of the second semicircle. So it will be same pi r. So it will be 22/7. Here your r is 1. So it will be 22/7. Okay, take the screenshot. I am writing it here. Here your a will be how much? 11/7. D will be second minus first. So 22/7 minus 11/7. That is 11/7 only. N equal to will be 13, because there are 13 consecutive semicircles. So take this. I have found out the length of first semicircle by using the formula for semicircle. Complete circle is 2 pi r. Semicircle means half of it, so it is pi r. Okay, 2 pi r divided by 2, 2 will cancel, pi r. So this is all about A, D and N. Now I have to find out sum. Sum of how many semicircle? Sum of the length of how many semicircle? 13. So let me write the general one first. Sn equal to n by 2 twice a plus n minus 1 into d. S13. So it is 13 by 2. It is 2a. Your a is 11/7. N is your 13 minus 1. Total means sum. And d is your 11/7. Okay, so let me do the simplification. So what you will get here? 13/2. So it is 22/7. Here it is plus, and 13 minus 1, 12. 12 into 11, you will get 132/7. So here it is 13/2 into 7 is the LCM. You will do plus 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 154. If you cancel it, 7 2 ja 14, 7 2 ja 14, 2 11 ja. So 13 into 11, hope it is correct. It is 143. 143. Okay. Therefore total length equal to 143 centimeter. Okay, take the screenshot. Take the screenshot. 143 centimeter. So this is question number 18. Now we will go for question number 19. So 19 you can give a star mark. 19 is very much important question for me. Okay, this is very important. Okay, you can give a star mark. 200 logs are to be stacked in the following manner. There are 200 logs. Total number of logs. Logs you know, no? That means wood. Okay, so there are 200 logs. Total log is 200. So means Sn equal to 200. Okay, 20 logs in the bottom. In the bottom row, you are going to place 20. Then 19 in the next, 18 in the row next, and so on. So at the bottom row will be 20, then 19, then 18. You will proceed. In how many rows there are 200 logs? So number of rows you can make by the total number of logs given. Total number this much. You are going to place the logs in stack. In the bottom row you are going to place 20. Then next you will go 19, then 18, go in this way. So in this way how many row it will be? How many rows you can make, and what is the number of logs in the first row? Okay, logs in the top row. First row, top row. Okay, bottom row is having 20, and the last row, that means top row, how many logs are there? So here you are placing in the first row 20. So A equal to 20, D equal to be -1. Why -1? Because number of logs is decreasing. So 20, then 19. So difference is how much? 1 difference. After 20, 19. Difference 1. Since it is decreasing, so -1. I have to find out N. So I will start with Sn. Sn equal to how much given? 200, Sn formula you know, n by 2 twice a plus n minus 1 into d equal to 200. So n is not known to you, n by 2, 2 into 20 plus n minus 1, your d is minus 1 equal to 200. So here it is n by 2, here it is 40, if you multiply it, minus n plus 1 equal to 200. Take the screenshot, I will rub the upper part. Okay. Now if I multiply it, okay, let me do a little bit more calculation here, because inside bracket there is like term 40 plus 1 is 41 minus n equal to 200. Okay, if you multiply it, 41 n by 2 minus n square by 2 equal to 200. Okay, if I take LCM, here 2, you can do it in more simplified way, it is n square equal to 200. Okay, take the screenshot, please. Okay, now I'll cross multiply it. So if I cross multiply it, it will be 41n minus n square equal to 400. I will shift everything on left hand side, highest power I am adding first, n square plus 41n minus 400 equal to 0. First term is negative, so I have said earlier also, if the first term is negative, multiplied by minus, left right both to make it positive. n square minus 41n plus 400 equal to 0. So what I have to do here? Middle term. So 400 factors if you find out, 200, 100, 50, 25. Okay, 2 to the 4, 8, 16. 16 plus 25 is how much? 16 plus 25, it is 41. So middle term will be 25 plus 16. Why plus? Because the last term hold plus before it. So 25 plus 16. Okay, this is the rough work. It's 400. I will remove the bracket now. N square 25n minus 16n 400 equal to 0. From the first two you can take common n, it is n minus 25. From the last two you can take common 16, so it is n minus 25 equal to 0. So last common it is n minus 25 n minus 16 equal to 0. Okay, take the screenshot. Okay, n minus 16, this is 16. Take the screenshot properly. Okay, so either n minus 25 equal to 0 or n minus 16 equal to 0. So here n equal to 25, n equal to 16. So here you got two values of n. 2 will not be acceptable, just any one will be the one. Okay, answer. So here they have said another part, you have to find out the number of log in the top row. So number of log in the top row means what? Last row means value of nth term. So let me find out the value of nth term. So let me write, when n equal to 25, number of log in the top row means last row means nth term, you have to find out. an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. My a was 20, n is my 25 minus 1 and d is my minus 1. So it is 25 here it is 24 into minus 1, so 20 minus 24 minus 4. That means n equal to 25, not possible, because number of log cannot be negative, quantity cannot be negative, so this is not possible. You can take the screenshot. The other value is what? N value 16. When? After this, okay? When n equal to 16, so an equal to what it will be? A plus n minus 1 into d. Your a is 20, n is 16 minus 1, and your d is minus 1. So please take the screenshot of this part. Okay, take the screenshot. I will just continue here. So here it is 20, 16 minus 1 is 15 minus 15. So here it is 5. So number of row will be 16 and number of log in the top row it will be 5. Okay. Hope it is clear. Take the screenshot. You got two values of n. One is 25 and one is 16. Both the values are not acceptable. Just one of them will be correct. So by putting n value 25, I have found out the number of log in the top row. Top row is nth term we will find out an. So an I got here minus 4. That is not possible because number of logs cannot be negative. So last you will write here, last statement will be therefore number of row equal to 16 and number of log equal to 5. So your last statement will be number of row equal to 16 and number of log in the top row equal to 5. So take the screenshot. Okay. Hope it is correct and clear. Next, question number 20, last sum from previous edition book. If you find any other sum, you try to complete it. Concept is same. Okay, just number of question has increased in the new edition book, but concept is already given. You can easily go for it. If any sum you can't, then just say me the sum and send me the question. Now see, in a potato race, a bucket is placed at the starting point, which is 5 meters from the first potato. So bucket, first potato distance from the bucket is 5 meters, and the other potatoes are placed 3 meters apart in a straight line. So this is the bucket. This is the bucket. The first potato distance is 5 meters, and between two consecutive potato it is 3 meters. Again this one, this is 3 meters. This is the gap between the two consecutive potato. Bucket and the first potato gap is 5 meters, and between two consecutive potatoes 3 meters, 3 meters. So what is the rule? A competitor starts from the bucket. The competitor starts from the bucket, pick up the nearest potato, runs back with it and drops it in. The girl given she will go from here to here, pick the potato and come here. So that means total distance how much covered? 5 plus 5. Going 5, returning 5. Okay. So 10. For next one it is how much? 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 8. Total distance 16. For the third one, it is how much here? 11, 22. The total journey, going and returning. So I repeat the question. A competitor starts from the bucket, picks up the nearest potato, runs back with it, drops it in the bucket and runs back to pick up the next potato, runs to the bucket to drop it, and she continues in the same way until all the potatoes are in the bucket. What is the total distance the competitor has to run? Total length she has covered. Total means sum you have to find out. Now how many potatoes are there? Let me see it. 10 potatoes are there. So number of potatoes is 10. So here first distance covered by her, it is how much? 10. So the first distance is 10. So it will be A equal to 10. Hope you have understood how it is. So going 5, returning 5, 5, 5, 10. Second length is how much? Second length 5 plus 3, 8, because from here to here she will go. So total is 8. 8 plus 8, 16. So second length is 16, that means D will be 16 minus 10, it is 6. Number of potatoes, it is 10 given. You have to find out total length covered. So S, N equal to N by 2 twice A plus N minus 1 into D. Hope this value you have understood, because the first distance covered by her is 10 while picking the first potato. While picking the second potato, the total distance covered was 16. 5 plus 3, 5 plus 3, this is meter, okay? 5 plus 3 is 8, going 8, returning 8. 8 is 16, 16 minus 10 is 6. So here N value is 10, so it is 10 by 2, twice A, N minus 1, 10 minus 1, and D is your 6. If you cancel it, it is 5, 2 10 is 20, 10 minus 1, 9, 9 6 is 54. So it is 5 into 54 plus 20, 74. 74 into 5, 370. 370. So 370 meter. So last statement will be, okay, take the screenshot. Take the screenshot. Take the screenshot of this. So it is 370. So you can write here, last line, I am adding it here, total distance covered. Total distance covered equal to 370 meter. Okay. Hope it is clear. Still, if you have any doubt, you can easily ask in the comment section as I repeat. Okay. So this is the end of exercise 5.3 and end of chapter 5. I am just following the previous year edition book. New edition book will have some extra sums. You try to complete it by yourself, and by chance if you find any problem in those sums, you can easily consult with me. Okay. So this is chapter 5. I just repeat it. We have finished chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 7 and chapter 8 half done. Okay, since it was trigonometry, I did not continue. So the next session we will go for chapter 9. After finishing chapter 9, we may continue our regular class also. Let me wait up to May 3rd. Okay, if possible I will start. Okay, I will just divide the batch into several groups, and I hope I will start after May 3. Okay, most probably I will start it. Let me see what is the circumstances arise, and by that time whatever is over you note in your copy, and if any doubt arise you can easily pass your doubts in the comment section. For today this much only. Thank you. Bye. Stay home and keep learning.